What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Lowkey Legends podcast, where we talk to legends that are low-key. I'm Jeremiah.
I'm Gabe.
And I'm Hugo.
And today we have a very special guest, my friend Jaden Barnett. And he is a wellness creator who owns his own brand called Plateau. And he's also a registered dietitian. So for people who don't know, what that is exactly, can you tell us a little bit about what you do and who you are?
Yeah, so a registered dietitian is a certified nutrition expert. So basically we have to get a bachelor's in nutrition and dietetics and then a master's. And then during that master's program, you do 1,000 hours of unpaid practice work or an internship. It's not officially an internship, but a preceptorship. And then after that, you study and then you sit for the RD exam, get your certification, apply for a license, and then you can start working. So I'm at the stage where I'm past the license part and I start working very soon, as we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
And then on the entrepreneurial side of things, which is a lot more interesting, but can be a little troubling and not super secure when it comes to dietetics. I run a company called Plateau Botanicals, and it is a dietitian-owned herbal tea company.
Okay, so how did you kind of get into that? I mean, obviously you're in the dietary world and all that, in the wellness world, but what kind of gave you that little spark to create that business of yours?
So it started in 2024. I had just finished my bachelor's program, and before going into the MBA, I was just kind of taking some time off to myself, thinking, had some ideas coming up. I eventually started a blog, so it's a health and wellness blog on my site, which is still up now. And that was non-for-profit, of course. I just wanted to kind of spread wellness education and awareness, and I wanted to really cut through a lot of the misinformation that we see on social media today about health and wellness, nutrition. And I was getting a lot of information from research articles, from PubMed, from the National Institute of Health, the National Health Institute, to kind of just break down supplements, superfoods, things like that, protein, fiber. I just wanted to spread real information because we know there's a lot of BS going around online from non-nutrition experts. Yeah.
What's some of the stuff that you see? Because I see a lot of, for example, I work in the, fitness industry. So,
Okay.
We have people working out, all the time. And
Sure.
they're always like, oh, can we try this workout? I saw it on
Yeah.
TikTok. I'm like, it's not going to work, dude. Like, you're literally not doing anything. So what's some of the stuff you see more on the dietary side of things?
Oh, man. Green powders, and a lot of which can be either harmful or useless for what you're trying to attain. Supplements that are being used incorrectly, and maybe you're taking too much, or you're taking something that your body already creates on its own. There's a lot of things that need more research before diving into head first and not really thinking about what you're putting into your body, because we know supplements are not FDA approved. Yeah. So it's really up to the consumer's own knowledge and discernment to decipher if what they're taking is good for them. So supplements is a huge one. I would say protein there's a huge craze around protein going on online, as we've all seen, of course. And I think some people are getting too much and not from the right sources. And we can really benefit better from a diet of protein that hits our baseline needs, and it's from good sources like fatty fish, lean protein, poultry, and not the over-processed junk that we're seeing in convenience stores right now.
Yeah, like the
Pop-Tarts,
the protein Pop-Tarts,
bars,
protein donuts. Yeah,
it's too much. It's scary, honestly.
I'm
worried for everyone's kidneys.
There's protein in those coffees at Starbucks now.
Yeah, I've actually had one of those, the latte, the protein cold foam. I mean, it's whey protein, which is not the worst source, but I'm just worried about all the other additives that we're not seeing that can come up in the long term and cause some health issues in the future. So it's all really just experimental right now.
So as far as I know there's a big debate actually for whey and plant protein, which is healthier for you. What do you think? Because I'm a believer in whey protein, but I'm not a registered dietitian, so I actually want to get your viewpoint on that.
Yeah, thanks for asking. I would say I lean more towards plant protein, but plant proteins are not complete proteins. So whey isn't the worst option, but it can be pretty strenuous on the kidneys if you have a pre-existing health condition. Like, let's say you've got chronic kidney disease or you have a history of acute kidney injury. So having huge boluses of animal protein and whey is like concentrated animal protein can be pretty harmful. But if you're, you're hydrating properly and you eat a balanced diet and you're not doing, overkill with the whey protein, then you should be fine. Plant protein being incomplete, you might not as get much muscle growth, and you might not reach the goal that you want to reach, which is muscle growth, as most people are taking protein powder for. But it is a little easier on the kidneys, some of the research is saying. I don't want to demonize protein powders. I just want people to kind of have more awareness of what they are putting into their bodies.
Yeah, consume it the right way.
Exactly. Yeah. Just think about what the side effects can be if you're doing too much or too little, because it is it's a supplement. It's not a food option.
I'm going to backtrack a little bit. Are you from Chicago? Are you from Illinois?
I'm from the Chicago area. I'm from Flossmoor, Illinois. So that's the South Suburban area. I went to Homewood Flossmoor High School.
We just doxed them.
Yeah. I'm just kidding. I don't know. Some people say their whole background on podcasts. So.
No, I'm just kidding. You're good.
What can I say without giving it too much?
No, that's cool. I actually never heard of that neighborhood.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, most of the South area of Illinois we haven't really heard.
Yeah.
There's like some uncommon areas like Beloit area.
Never heard of that.
So you don't really hang out in this area too much?
Nothing above Chicago usually. No.
Yeah.
For a lot of my rotations, they would take me to Elk Grove Village, but that's pretty much.
That's not far from here though. It's like 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah, that's the extent of what I know about the northern Illinois suburbs.
Well, we got
What do you guys have up here?
We have a mall. Whitfield Mall.
Oh, you do? Yeah, that's
about it. Yeah, that's about it. But so I kind of want to dive a little deeper into Plateau Botanicals. So how what were you trying to solve with that business exactly?
Yeah, to kind of talk about where I went from the blog to selling an actual product.
Mm-hmm.
That took about 6 months. So 2024, flash forward to 2025. I was up on New Year's Eve, just kind of brainstorming, pacing, bouncing ideas off of my sister and my brother. And we're just kind of like thinking of what's something that I can sell that fits my niche, my specific brand of like nutrition background, not an RD yet at the time, but nutrition background with my bachelor's, and then something that people can consume or use. I like the consumable product area. So that's where I came up with the dry herbal tea kits with functional health benefits. And I started off with just 4 blends. So I had the Protect and Repair, my favorite, the anti-inflammatory, the Skin Food blend, which is hydration and nourishes the skin from the inside out, the immune boost blend, so it provides immunity support, and then the Sleepy Time blend, which is just calming and relaxing. And then with each jar of the blend, you could mix and match what you wanted. You would get the paper tea bags, which are wood pulp and bleach free, because a lot of people don't know that tea bags are bleached white and you don't want that seeping into your tea.
Dang.
So that's why it's separate.
We just Michael Jackson our insides.
Literally. Yeah, you've got the separate bags, and then your birchwood serving spoon. So, more that organic, that wooden aspect to it. No plastics, just glass, cork, paper, wood, and then you have your box. So it's just all sustainable. It was a cute little kit, super easy, super fun, looked great on social media posts. I would ship a box out and I wouldn't even have to ask people to post it. People would just want to share it with their friends and family just because of the design of it all, the setup.
That's a big part of it. Yeah.
Classic, very modern, very subtle.
Yeah,
beautiful.
It has a good mix between that classic and that modern minimalist aspect.
So kind of going down that, where did the name Plateau come from?
That's such a good question. That takes me back. So I was in my 3rd year of nutrition and just hanging out in the dorms with my friends. And I just kind of was like, I want to create something. I don't know what it's going to look like, but I want it to be in the health and wellness space. And I was just kind of bouncing names off, and Plateau just really stuck. So what I wanted to do with the word plateau was kind of undemonize it, unstigmatize the word plateau in the health and wellness industry. So you work in fitness, right? So when people say plateau,
That's a
it
bad word
means.
for us. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hitting a plateau, you're not able to do more weight. You're not able to progress.
You're stuck. Well, to me, plateau is the opposite of peak. Now, you don't want to peak either, because what happens right after you peak? You go right back down. To me, health and wellness is consistency. So when you hit your plateau, that means you have reached where you want to be and you're staying consistent. You've plateaued and you stay there. That's what it means to me.
No, that's an
in my
interesting way to
company.
put it. Yeah.
Yeah, so I just kind of wanted to play off of that word and just kind of, I want to represent consistency. I want to represent hitting your goals and hitting your PRs and whatever that looks like when it comes to nutrition or weight management or whatever, weightlifting. But we want to kind of stay in that realm, because right now everything's fast. It's unsustainable. You know, we go up, then we go back down. We lose the weight, then we put it back on. And I just want to kind of practice consistency. We want to stay where we're
I
at.
have a bad habit of that. So I box and do all that. And
Yeah.
these guys know I'll get like super shredded for a fight. And then after I'm like, all right, it's time to get fat.
Yeah. Or bodybuilding.
Yeah, for sure.
Any
But-
sort of extreme athletic competition is going to do that to you. And that's not sustainable in the
Yeah.
long run. I mean, if you're doing it right and you've got a trainer and you've got a dietitian with you, then they can help coach you to make more sustainable habit
I
changes.
know for sure. I'm definitely in a spot where I want to just probably just get lean and just stay there at this point now. Not have to work off the fat again every time. So, yeah, kind of going off that though. Did you always know you wanted to work in like the health industry and like the diet? You know, being a dietitian, working. You know, your business is in the dietary business world as well. Like, did you always know?
No, I was originally going to go to college for culinary. I wanted to be a chef for the longest throughout high school. And then I applied to different schools. Dominican University, my alma mater, Dominican, shout out. They offered me the largest scholarship out of all the other schools I applied to. And they had something called nutrition. I'm like, what's this? Like, I know what the word nutrition means, but I had no idea there was a career out of it. I'm 17 at the time, mind you. And they're like, it's not culinary. And I was like, okay, what the heck? I'll just take it. You know, they're offering me money. Let me just see what this is about. Let me learn what this is. And I didn't really get the hang of it until my third year. So I was definitely a late bloomer, but I stuck it out and I fell in love with it. I was taking biochem in my third year, and, you know, I was just finally finding my groove in what I liked. So I really liked the GI pathways, so like digestion, hormones, the digestive enzymes, what nutrients actually do for the body and for the different cells and the organs. And I was really liking that class. And I was like, maybe I can make something out of this, whatever realm of nutrition this looks like for me. So yeah, that's when I decided to stick with it and go into clinical dietetics.
Do you think social media made wellness better or worse? What's like your opinion on that?
It made it democratized it. It made it more available, wouldn't you say? Like to like the layman, you know, somebody who isn't studying the books and, you know, reading the research and everything. I think it definitely democratized it in a good way.
Yeah, the information is more accessible, not to everybody.
It's more accessible, but it also has its downfalls, of course, as I talked about earlier with the supplements and the green powders and protein. And, you know, people will find a trend, big influencers will find a trend and just hook their claws into that and just ride it out and profit from that as much as they can. And you just got to look out for people who just want to take your money from you. And
Yeah.
like I always check a bio and see. I'm very transparent that I'm selling something on my page. Obviously, I'm not just preaching things that aren't from real peer-reviewed research. You know, on my blog,
That's a selling point though for you. You know what I mean? The fact that you're
That's
like,
the
oh,
selling
no
point.
bullshit. Like I'm selling a super clean product right here, and that's all I'm doing.
Exactly.
So, yeah,
On my
it's refreshing.
site, it's literally no misinformation, like written there in big bold type. And in each of my blogs, all the sources are laid out or from where I'm getting my information from. And I think that's the bare minimum, you know. I think more people should be providing their sources, even if they're posting stuff on social media, online. So I really like the science-based influencers that are out there.
No, that's
spreading real
good, yeah.
information.
A lot. So we kind of talked about like that. You know, there's like obviously like bad trends and all that. Do you think there's
Yeah.
any like good trends out there that have come up over the years that you're like, okay, that's actually a pretty good, you know, workout way of dieting or whatever?
Yeah, I would say fiber is having its time to shine right now.
Yeah.
You know, alongside protein, they're the big superstars right now in social media. Um, yeah, I love a good fiber beverage. I have my fiber tea right here in the green.
Yeah,
right there,
we're gonna try those at the
obviously.
end at the end of the episode for sure. Yeah.
Chia pudding, you know, there's just like a lot of great stuff happening with fiber right now. Because in the standard American diet, which funnily enough it stands for SAD, SAD, it's very
Very
deficient
accurate.
in fiber, right? Yeah, I agree. It's very fiber deficient and it's very protein heavy. It's always been protein heavy. We've never been a society that's been deficient in protein. We're actually above the levels that we've needed because everything we eat is meat based. There's always a meat surrounding. It's always surrounding a meat source.
Yeah.
There's specific populations that are benefiting from the protein craze. So there's also that side of it as well. I would say older women, I would say those who are from low income neighborhoods, they start to suffer from malnutrition and protein deficiencies a lot sooner than the standard American would. But fiber throughout is very like deficient in our plates and, and a lot of our food that's processed takes a lot of the fiber out naturally.
You know, seeing all these influencers and people with like six packs and are all shredded all year round and stuff like that on Instagram. Do you see something common that, you know, these healthy people are actually not prioritizing or doing wrong?
That would take like a deep dive into, you know, their what do I eat in a day videos, and if they're actually telling the truth. And are they on steroids or taking testosterone?
That's the big thing, yeah.
Are they just doing yo-go diets? Are they starving themselves for 5 days out of the week and then binging like crazy on the last two, you know? So it really just, when it comes to actual dietetics, like the practice of clinical dietetics, we look at the labs. Like those are going to tell on you every time. Your A1C, your GFR, your liver labs. What am I missing? Your cholesterol, like your lipids, your blood lipids. So that's really going to snitch on you and say, hey, this is what they are doing too much of, and this is what they're not doing enough of. So I would definitely have to take a look at their labs. I can't just say, you know, oh, you're not getting enough fiber, because who knows? Maybe they are. That helps with weight loss and staying lean and staying toned. But I want to go back to fiber. Fiber is definitely something that we need to keep focusing on and increasing in society and talking about on social media a lot more, because it has a lot of benefits that a lot of people don't talk about.
I actually, for me, the way I get fiber is only by eating bananas. Is there like another item I can use, whether it's pills or another food that I could try to consume almost every day?
Yeah, the easy route would be supplementation. There's fiber powders out there. There's obviously fiber beverages. So I'm definitely going to keep shouting out my product, Plateau LLC.
Go ahead.
Plateau Botanicals, core fiber. That's 9 grams of fiber in every bottle, and it's a third of your daily fiber needs just in one bottle. So that's not very common.
And what's recommended for us to take on a daily?
Yeah, for adult men below the ages of 50, it's going to be, I think it's 38 to 40. It's like the high 30s to 40s. And then for women, it's going to be a little lower. I'm actually going to fact check that because we're all about facts here. So let me look at it.
Respect.
Yeah, for sure.
While he does that,
Yeah, you guys keep
this
chatting.
this guy just came back from Mexico. How was that?
I mean, it was cool. It was lit. Grateful. Good little getaway.
Yeah. Weather beautiful? Humid? Or
Nice people, beautiful weather. It was humid. I definitely need a sunscreen. So,
yeah.
Okay, got it. So men 30 to 38 grams, and then women 21 to 28 grams. And then it drops by a few grams once you age out of the 50-year bracket, because just intestinal issues and things start to slow down. But yeah, we need more fiber when we're in our prime, when we're in our youth. So that 9 grams out of the 38 is going to be a really good boost if you're going to have that. Bananas are a little low in fiber,
Yeah,
so that's an interesting choice, but they're good.
That's
They're good pre-workout.
From my knowledge, that's like the only thing I know that has fiber. I never knew fiber was like a big thing until recently this month. So
Yeah, so there's definitely better sources. There's chia seeds, like 2 tablespoons,
Oh, okay.
9 grams.
I actually just bought those recently too.
Really? Okay, you're getting on your fiber wave.
You do gotta
I
be
love that.
careful though, because it's I mean, it's a lot of calories though. You don't realize how many calories it actually is.
For
I don't
chia
watch
seeds?
calories. I don't care.
Oh yeah,
For chia
for chia seeds, yeah.
Really?
I put
Depends.
2 spoons. I'm like, damn, that was 160 calories.
I'm not reading the label.
Oh,
at
yeah.
all.
Yeah, but it's good and definitely
They're high in fat.
yeah.
They're
Yeah.
high in fat, but they're high in omega-3s, which is going to...
No, I feel great from it, but
Yeah.
yeah. I think some people like I have one of my clients. She would eat like 3 or 4 chia pudding cups a day. I'm like, all right,
That's a lot.
yeah, let's chill out on that.
That's really intense.
But yeah, it's probably like destroying the toilet. But
It can hurt you more
No,
if you're doing
yeah.
it like that because it can
That's
cause
what
a
I'm saying.
blockage. You want to
Yep.
balance it out.
that's what I'm saying.
But chia seeds are really good. I would say apples with the peel, kiwis with the skin, broccoli, cauliflower, and then whole grains. A lot of people don't realize bread is like starches, carbs are an
Yeah.
excellent source of fiber.
Yeah.
So brown rice, whole wheat bread. Just make sure you're looking out for that word whole because we want to leave the fiber in. The processing and the refinement of grains takes a lot of the fiber out. So that's really important as well.
Interesting. Okay.
So I kind of want to transition now into like the mental health space because obviously you know, how you eat, how you take care of yourself affects you mentally, right?
Absolutely.
So how do you connect, you know, your business with helping people, you know, with more so like their mental health, their lifestyle, and kind of just like their way of living?
Ask that one more time.
How,
Sorry.
so how do you connect, you know, your business with people's more so like mental lifestyle versus
yeah.
just physical?
For sure. No, it's not
That was
just
probably
physical.
the better way to ask. I don't know why I asked it like that the
No,
first time.
I think I just blacked out for a second.
No,
I
you're
don't
all
know.
good. It's something great. No.
The lights. No, it's great. Definitely my herbal tea kits. We have the Sleepy Time blend, which is calming. It's relaxing. It's restorative. Then you have your skin food. If you're feeling good, if you're looking good, you're gonna feel good. Anti-inflammatory. Your gut health. That your gut health ties to your mental health, as a lot of the research is telling us.
Yeah, that's why I was asking that question because I actually did hear that before.
Oh yeah, the gut-brain axis. Do you
Yeah.
know about that? Okay, so
I actually know this is my first time actually hearing about this.
really,
Can you explain like
yeah.
what's going on with that?
So I don't want to get into the gut-brain axis itself too in depth, but we do have something called a microbiome inside of our gastrointestinal tract, and it's basically just trillions of microbiota. It's good bacteria, and when we're feeding that good bacteria properly, it kind of sends signals back to our brains through the form of neurotransmitters. So
Okay.
people who are dealing with anxiety or depression or various issues with OCD or I don't want to get too into the mental illness of it all, but we should be looking at our gut sometimes too. Of course, therapy is great, but we want to be looking at what we're eating, what we're putting into our bodies. And if our gut microbiome is just completely wiped out from fried fatty foods, refined added sugars, excessive alcohol consumption, and not enough fiber, it can kind of really mess us up mentally. So I definitely nutrition has a lot to do with mental health, to answer your question. Yeah.
Yeah. The other thing I want to talk about is like the stress aspect. Like how does that connect? Like how do you connect that with being a dietitian? Like how would you talk to like a patient, for example, about like stress and coinciding with their diet and all that?
I would say, when people are stressed out, what are they doing? They're in survival mode, right? They're not thinking clearly all the time. And when it comes to severe chronic stress, we see people who aren't focused on getting whole foods, meal prepping. They're typically eating out. They're getting something quick. They're getting something that's going to activate their dopamine receptors really quickly. It's that fast, that quick gratification response, that quick dopamine response, which isn't always great for our brains, and it's not good for our gut health either. So tying that back to, gut health, these two things are really connected. But as a dietitian, purely coming at it from a clinical perspective, I would say first, let's kind of assess where you are and let you tell me what your goals would be as somebody dealing with stress would be, and then we can meet in the middle there. I kind of want to assess what stage of change they're at. I like to look at the trans-theoretical model, which is basically this. There's several different stages of change, and the first stage is pre-contemplation. So that's before even realizing there's a problem, or maybe they realize there's a problem and they don't want to change it. So how can I meet you there? And then how can we get to the next stage, which is contemplation, where you're starting to first even think that you need to start changing something before we even, picked up the salad or started taking supplements like vitamin D or magnesium. Like let's get you thinking that there's a problem here that needs to be fixed. And you tell me how we can do that with the resources that you have available to yourself.
Yeah, more likely they'll stick to it too then, because they see the problem versus like, oh, this person's just telling me to do
you can't just tell them what to do.
Yeah,
it's not going to make sustainable habit change. Sustainable habit change is counseling and working with the patient. So maybe that looks like, taking their favorite food and making a healthy swap that's still going to maintain that flavor. So instead of a beef patty with your burger, if you want to eat a burger every day and fries, let's at least switch it out for like a turkey patty or even a Beyond Meat patty if you're willing to go that far. I think those are delicious, by the way.
They just taste like,
They just taste like burgers.
Yeah. Side question though, what's your opinion on like energy drinks? Like Ghost or like C4 or Celsius?
They're my weakness. I mean, I used to drink.
I thought I would
day.
get hammered in. I was like, dude, I drink like 2 of those a day.
No, you should stop though.
I know.
I haven't had an energy drink since 2025 because they're not terrible, in moderation. But what is moderation with an energy drink?
I haven't had one since yesterday. Yeah.
Haven't had one since like a couple hours ago.
Yeah, I know. But yeah,
what about you? Are you an energy drinker?
I don't drink energy drinks.
Oh, it's good.
No.
He's probably the healthiest one of those 3.
Yeah,
with
out
that
of all three, he's probably like the healthiest
Really?
one.
I'm a huge coffee advocate. It's great. It's full of antioxidants. It's from a natural source. I love green tea.
Matcha?
Some people are getting into matcha. Matcha's a little, it's hit or miss for me. I don't want to waste $8 on a matcha latte. And then it'll either taste like...
$8. Guess how much we spent? Guess how much?
It'll taste good or it'll taste like grass. You never know.
Yeah, we went
too much of a risk.
Yeah.
He's right though. It
It's
tastes
so
like grass.
risky.
You're right.
You'll get a really good one and then it's like the next day.
Yeah. We went to a matcha festival last week in Chicago. How much was the fucking matcha? It was like
They probably $1 million.
$17.
$17.
Oh my God. How big
Was it
was
good?
it?
Was it 16 ounces or 18?
16. It was like a small cup.
It was like 16 ounces.
Over $1 per ounce, not counting the ice.
We did try one upstairs. Like there was another one that was really good though. Actually, it just needed some honey or something in it because it really just tasted. It was just so they were like the people who are like the legit matcha people were like, we don't have sweetener, like just drink the matcha.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was pure like
Yeah,
nothing to make it
Nothing in
sweeter.
it, yeah.
Nothing.
Oh, no, count me out.
Pure
Yeah,
matcha.
thank you.
Yeah.
you could just go outside and like take a bite of grass. Then at that point,
Mm-hmm.
but
Blend
I
it up.
mean, you guys drink it. You guys are like cow smooth.
no, matcha and honey is good though. But I wanted to actually ask you more so about like the health aspect of matcha, because everyone's drinking
Green
now and
tea's
they're
great.
like,
It's from green tea.
yeah,
So,
yeah. But
it just depends what you're adding to it. So if you're adding a lot of sweeteners and you're adding a lot of
yeah,
cream.
like Starbucks will add like.
Yeah.
You know what pisses me off about Starbucks? They have their honey is not actual honey; it's a honey blend.
Oh.
So it's just like it's just like sugar. It's not. I mean, obviously honey sugar,
So
but
it's an
that's
artificial.
it's artificial sugar. Yeah.
Oh,
So I've been going there and I'll get like a green tea with honey, and
yeah.
I did not know it had the. We're getting sidetracked right now, but
No,
anyways,
we're I was actually going to
We're-
tie it right back because I want to talk a bit about ingredient transparency. Like a lot of these big
Yeah.
corporations aren't very transparent about their ingredients. Now they can't outright lie to you, but they can find loopholes to get around FDA compliance to trick you into thinking you're eating something that you're not. So things like natural flavors or like all natural, like natural is not a it's
natural
not a
flavors
protected
isn't actual
term.
natural flavors, right?
Yeah.
It's like a additive.
It's something natural. The word natural is not really natural.
Yeah.
It's just like anyone can say clean, anyone can say natural. Those aren't protected terms under the FDA. But at Plateau, I like to practice ingredient transparency and kind of talk about what's in every bottle of Plateau botanicals. So I'll have I like to do short form content. So I'll break down what the different ingredients are, what the benefits are, what flavors are being brought to the table, and what that looks like. So we've got with Core Balance Zero, my one superstar product right now, peppermint, thyme, oregano. It's got monk fruit extract. So a lot of people will taste that and go, "Oh, it's sweet. You said it was 0 sugar. How's it sweet?" Well, it's still sweet tea. It's still got that classic sweet taste, but monk fruit extract is a 0-calorie sweetener, which is actually naturally derived from monk fruit. So yeah, there's just a lot of ways to practice ingredient transparency and maintain flavors and still do good marketing. I can combine it all into one. We don't have to lie, especially if you're a small business. We don't have to lie about what we're putting into our stuff. Leverage that. That's
I like
important.
that you are actually like, your selling point is the fact that you're being like, hey, this is just, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
That's the best part about it. That's what I like about it. Yeah.
I'm not trying to sell you a lie
Exactly,
here.
yeah.
I'm not trying to say my tea will make you, grow wings and fly or lift, bench 250 or run a mile in under 8 minutes. Like, no,
Yeah.
I can say the 0 sugar aspect is going to deliver a sweet, delicious taste. And if you swap it out with a lot of the other high sugary drinks that you're drinking, you will inevitably lose weight as long as you're eating a balanced diet and you're still moving. Core balanced fiber, if you're increasing your fiber, that's going to help your intestinal tract. That's going to help you with constipation, bloating, indigestion. And yeah, fiber helps with blood sugar control. It helps with blood lipid control. So that's the LDL cholesterol, which is bad cholesterol, your triglycerides. It keeps all that in check, and it can help facilitate weight loss. But I'm not selling, I'm not going to go on here and say this is the new liquid Ozempic or whatever BS trendy thing. No, this is just real cold, hard facts. And
What's your opinion on
real.
What's your opinion on like the GLP-1 and Ozempic world right now?
Oh, I don't know if I should say
No, go for
anything
it.
about
That's
that.
the whole point. Be completely honest here, yeah.
It has its benefits, but it just make sure you need it. I think doctors should just be prescribing it to people who really need it. So that's those who are dealing with obesity and have tried weight loss programs and
Or
have tried
diabetics too, right?
Yeah, it's good for diabetics as well. Those who are obese and with diabetes, who have tried to lose weight through, consistent carb diets or taking their medication and whatever, practicing more movement, whether that's weightlifting and cardio. And if all else fails, then Ozempic would be the next step. But it would be kind of extreme to just jump straight towards that if you're.
I think people are just doing that now, yeah.
People are just doing it. If you're neither obese or diabetic and you haven't tried to lose weight and any of the other tried and true ways that dietitians recommend, it's kind of silly. It has a lot of negative side effects.
One of the things that I did heard about Ozempic is that obviously it helps kill off your appetite for food. Mm-hmm. So you're not always craving food.
Yeah.
One of the things I also heard that they're now doing studies is that it also kills your passionate to do anything. Or like
depression.
Yeah, in a way, because it kills, like, if your whole character is loving somebody or just having love, it kills that for you.
I didn't know that.
It's killing like things in your mind.
There's a mental like side effect to it. Is what you're saying?
I had no idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like obviously, yeah, you put it in the right words.
Yeah. The thing I have an issue about it with is that at first it was actually, I think it was a pretty good thing. I think a lot of people with diabetes that I know of or friends of a friend, they were actually like starting to get on the right path. Exactly. But now it's not even like marketed as, hey, we're going to help people who are obese or diabetic. It's marketed as, let's get skinny.
Yeah.
So it's more of like on that, what's the word for it?
Scary.
Like more like the beauty, well, you know how there's estheticians or whatever it's called, and like that kind of like beauty world, I guess. It's kind of like part of that more versus traditional like
commodity. Versus like an actual traditional medical tool. It's a medication. It's something you need to be prescribed for. So I guess there's people out there who will have a lot of resources or come from a lot of means that are able to get privatized healthcare and kind of cheat the system and take advantage of that. And unfortunately, we've seen a shortage in GLP-1s for people who really need them for their. Yeah, did you hear a couple years back? I used to be a pharmacy technician in like 2023. I think it was 2023, and we were dealing with a shortage of Ozempic and Wegovy and the other GLP-1s, and it was pretty scary for those who needed it and were on it. You can't just not continue it. You don't want to stop, because there are people out there who are dealing with what's called food noise, or people who are dealing with, really stubborn weight loss issues, who will gain it all back immediately if they go off it suddenly. And some people will even try to wean off of it, and kudos to them, but then they have to go back on it because they gain that weight back really suddenly.
Yeah. I know some people who don't need it, who just buy it.
Really?
I don't know how they get it.
I don't know anyone like that.
No,
Let me talk to them.
They're well off people, so they have their ways,
Got it.
But I think us four, we should
Get on Ozempic.
No, we
Now.
should go start a black market business for Ozempic.
What?
No, I'm just kidding.
Where'd you get that from? I'm in.
Yeah, make some money. Let's go. No, but I kind of wanted to talk a little bit more about, we talked a little bit about social media and like commercialization of, wellness, dietary things and all that. So I don't know if you noticed, but when you go to the grocery store now, everything has like, I want to get your opinion on this. Like Pop-Tarts has like the actual Pop-Tarts brand.
Red
they
40?
have, no, not that. They have protein Pop-Tarts now.
Yeah.
Or like Doritos has like protein version.
I mentioned
of it.
that earlier when we were talking about the
Yeah. So
processed
I want
protein.
to talk a little bit more about that, because it's becoming, like you said, it's becoming not only on social media, but now you just go to the grocery store, all the aisles are just like has protein in it now.
That
it's
is
just like
kind of weird. I'm
it's
not
weird.
gonna lie.
Yeah, it just feels
It's
weird.
unusual for
Yeah.
sure.
It feels like they took something good and now they commercialized it and are going to destroy like, the value of it, I guess,
I like to look at things from a nuanced perspective. So not everything's just black and white. I can definitely see the problem, like I said, with the increased consumption of these processed snack foods.
Because they think they're eating healthy at that point. Then they're like, "Oh
Yeah.
shit, Doritos makes protein. I'm gonna lose weight now. I'm gonna be healthy. I'm gonna get protein." And like, what? Like,
If I, as a dietitian, went from my usual diet, which is like I eat ground turkey bowls with veggies, or I'll have salmon, veggie, or like a blueberry smoothie, sometimes with some collagen powder to get a little boost of protein. If I went from that and took a step down and I was like, I'm just going to start eating protein Pop-Tarts and protein Doritos between my meals, and I won't have to worry about getting protein from real whole foods anymore, I would be just absolutely wrecking my body.
Yeah.
Like that just would not do any benefits for me. But if you're someone who struggles with getting in enough protein and you're actually deficient, and let's say you're underweight, or you're an older individual who's dealing with sarcopenia, which is the advanced muscle breakdown or muscle loss in the elderly, or you're someone who is, did I already say depression? Dealing with depression and it's not meal prepping, sorry. Going from not getting enough protein in from any whole foods at all to having those easy to grab snack foods that are very convenient can be beneficial. And it can be a good stepping stone to practicing good nutrition. It's not something that you should completely overhaul your whole diet with and replace everything with. But it's better than nothing.
True.
I think it's creating more access for people who don't really like to eat food that's good for them.
yeah. I guess my rebuttal or
Depends who
like
you are.
other viewpoint on that would be is that why not just get the bag of Doritos and then just get some protein? It's
Why
probably
not?
that probably would
But
be a
what would that
little bit
look
healthier. You know what I mean?
Well, what would that look like though?
Yeah, you're right. Like I guess like just the convenience of having it all in one. But obviously there is a little bit of a taste difference too. You know what I mean? Like why not just enjoy your Doritos and then find like a healthy, decently healthy source of protein and just
Yeah.
eat them alongside one another.
I would say if
Because
you're
you're lowering your the how good like that snack is.
Yeah. I would say if you're enjoying the Doritos, the protein Doritos, and
Yeah.
you want to swap them out for the Doritos that you're already eating, I would say that's a better option. We're
Yeah.
moving in the right direction.
True.
I'm not sure what the macros are on that, but let's say the protein Pop-Tarts. Typically, these snacks are very low in added sugar, which is good. That's their selling point. And sometimes they add a little bit of fiber in there as well, and they're higher protein. If you gave me the choice between a regular Pop-Tart and a protein Pop-Tart, I would go grab the protein Pop-Tart, no contest, no doubt about it. Like if I had no other option, I forgot my meal prep, and I'm hungry, and I'm in the middle of nowhere, like I don't know, then that's what I would go for. But if you, I don't know, like if you want and you still like the regular Pop-Tart and you want to go for that, and grab protein on the side, like chicken breast. I don't know. How would that even go together? What meal would that look like?
Yeah, you're right. I don't know.
But just making sure you're hitting your macros on a daily basis and making sure we're minimizing the refined sugar. So
I guess it's
whatever
just-
that comes from.
Yeah, I guess it's just my way of viewing it. It's like if I really want to eat
No,
like that
yeah.
unhealthy snack, it's like, okay, I'm gonna eat like a super like lean meal, like
Mm-hmm.
you know, some whole grains with like some chicken breast or something, and then I'm gonna enjoy my Doritos. That's
well,
just
that's
how I
fair.
look at it. You know what I mean?
No, that's totally
But
fair.
you're right. I guess most people don't really look at it like that. They don't want to put the effort in for it.
No,
I
see-
recommend that.
I see how you see it
You know what I
because
mean?
I'm
Yeah.
kind of the same with like there's like alternatives for like candy.
Yeah.
They try to make it a lot
Smart
more healthy.
sweets.
Yeah.
To me, I had a friend that actually pointed this out to me. He's like, "What's the point of you eating that? You might as well actually just eat an actual like candy bar
Well, no.
to enjoy it."
That's wrong, because a regular candy bar is going to have like 40 grams of sugar versus like whatever you're eating that's replacing that is going to
What about all
maybe
the
less than 10.
What
You're
about all
doing
like the
something good for
processed
yourself.
weird ingredients they have to add in it to create that product as well? You know?
But what about the processed weird ingredients that already exist in the original?
Oh no, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, you mean the original
yeah.
or the healthy
so
version?
the original, your sacrifice, obviously,
Yeah.
the healthy candy doesn't taste as good, right?
Right,
So why are you gonna? I'm talking more so from like a mental like enjoyment of life aspect. It's like
Oh, of course.
why would I sacrifice that there? Why not just eat something healthy and then enjoy my
Like,
candy how it is?
yeah, like
Yeah,
if you're
yeah,
like,
yeah.
if you're
That's how I am.
Yeah, that's how. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
No, yeah,
Okay.
for sure. No, we got it. I was
Yeah,
just saying,
yeah.
like, if we were working out for like a good ass workout,
Yeah.
and you just want to get all that sugar back, like Floyd Mayweather, the boxer, he
Yeah.
does a lot of rounds, and then by the end of it, he drinks like a Coke.
And go eat McDonald's.
And McDonald's, yeah.
Yeah, he's getting his restoring his glycogen after training and
Yep.
having a long fight. As long as it's not we're not Floyd Mayweather. Most people aren't
Not-
Floyd Mayweather, and they'll look towards athletes and be like, "Oh, I need to refuel like that too."
Manny Pacquiao won that fight. No, but also on top, I'm pretty sure he owes another stripper child support too. But that's another topic.
No, but I'm all for prioritizing whole foods first, and then having a snack after, especially if you've already got that fiber and protein in. Let's talk about fiber again. So let's say you are really craving. What's your favorite high sugary snack? Just throw it out.
It's like
there.
gummy candies,
Gummy candies. Okay, let's say
Sour Patch.
Let's say you really earned that gummy candy.
Yeah.
You really, really want it. You've been good all week, whatever being good means to you, and you really want it. I would recommend having fiber first on your stomach. So whether that's drinking the core fiber tea, or whether that's whether that's eating a salad or having some broccoli or some chia seeds. What fiber does is it kind of creates this safety net or a filter inside of the gut.
I see.
And it slows the absorption of sugar into the blood. Blood sugar is very sensitive to candies and sweets because they're made from simple sugars, which just spike our blood sugar really high. That's where the danger comes from. That's where we start to develop diabetes in those who are eating a lot of high sugary foods. So fiber can help prevent diabetes in that way by kind of creating that buffer. So it just acts as a buffer. It does the same thing with dietary fats as well, cholesterol. It helps you kind of like excrete a lot of the dietary fats that you're getting from your diet. So just making sure you have some fiber in your stomach before you go and have
That's
a
actually
sugar.
a
good idea, yeah.
Never,
always
never
think
thought
about that.
about it. No.
One of
Yeah,
my
never
friends.
have dessert on an empty stomach.
Yeah, one of my friends, he always takes this little. I don't know what it is, but he always takes like a tablet before he knows he's gonna eat like a super like shit meal.
Is it berberine?
I don't know what it is,
I
but
take berberine.
Okay, I'll ask him and I'll text you
Okay.
what it is. But he
Yeah.
takes it. He's like, yeah, none of this I'm gonna absorb. I'm just gonna shit it out later.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Well,
like,
that's
Does
a
that
way to
make
think of
sense?
it.
Is that how like the fast?
Is that how it works?
Is that how like fast metabolism works then?
Having a naturally fast metabolism or increasing your metabolism through exercise and, a balanced diet of carbs, fats, and protein is just basically having an efficient, you're efficiently utilizing the nutrients you're taking in. It just means your insulin is working properly. You're absorbing the nutrients you're putting into your body. They're being packed away into the cells and being transformed into energy. When you have a slow metabolism, it just typically means that there's something off about the way you're utilizing those nutrients, which can lead to weight gain. So maybe your glucose is being stored as fat instead of being actually used for energy. that happens when we're eating high energy or high calorie meals and we're not, going for a walk after. It's not being utilized. So it's just kind of sitting on us and causing harm and
So
causing
you
damage.
can control your metabolism.
You can absolutely
speed.
control it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because that makes sense. Because
I hate hearing that when people are like, you just have a fast metabolism. Like, I don't know if that made sense to me. You know what I mean? So that kind of clears it up. Yeah.
There's genes, we can inherit a faster metabolism from our parents. We know there's people who are underweight that can eat whatever they want and just can't gain weight.
Yeah.
And then there's people who are like restrict themselves a lot and gain weight really easily.
Yeah.
And just kind of finding that middle ground of eating properly and kind of just finding your own personalized dietary plan. So whether that's, fasting for the first whatever couple hours of your day and eating in an 8-hour window, I find that to be really helpful for patients who are dealing with obesity, who can still have those 3 meals a day and they're full of whole foods and it's very filling, but you're just kind of like working with your metabolism, and just making sure everything's getting put away properly before you overload your body with more nutrients that you may or may not need. Yeah.
No, that's pretty cool. I didn't know that you can like control your metabolism like that. I'm a person, I can eat whatever I want. And I'm probably gain 1 pound or 2 pounds. Like I eat whatever, but I do work out too. So
must be nice.
I'm the same way.
real.
I have what's called a naturally fast metabolism, but I want to kind of like move away from the word control, and I want to say we can influence it.
Influence.
So
Okay.
I don't want people to get the wrong idea and think, oh, I can be fast today, and then tomorrow it'll be really slow if I'm not. No, it's not that easy. We just have to make sure we're treating our body the way it needs to be treated. So going after a walk after eating is really great for blood sugar control, which inherently is metabolism control. Our weightlifting is also great for helping increase your baseline metabolism, your basal metabolic rate. So the more you lift weights, the more your body is utilizing those calories. That means your body's going to need more calories over time just to sustain your usual body weight, just as to sustain normal daily function. So the more you move, the higher your BMR goes up.
So this might not be related to what we're talking about, but like, how when you have a big meal, like a Thanksgiving meal,
Absolutely.
and you don't work out or anything, you just like sit on the couch or something and watch the football game, and you get like tired. Do you know why that happens? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it might be the tryptophan in the turkey. A tryptophan is an amino acid that, it makes us more sleepy when we eat a lot of it. But let's say you're not having turkey and you're eating a big meal and you just lay on the couch and you're getting tired. That happens because your body is entering rest and digest mode. So when you're in the fed state, your body's GI activity is being kicked up and you're starting to break down a lot of the food that you just ate. And your body's just saying, hey, let's just kind of slow down and take care of the food that we have in our stomach because we have a lot to handle right now. So let's kind of like worry about putting this away and transforming this into energy that our body needs, versus when you're in the fasted state and you're more active, you're more aware, you're more you're looking for your next meal. You're on the hunt. You're on the prowl.
I want to do one more thing as far as like the dietary side, and I want to talk a little bit more about business stuff.
Yeah.
So just give me like a yay or nay and a couple sentences on each of these topics.
Oh, I love this game. Okay, let's do it.
Cold plunges.
Yay.
Yay. And then tell me why. Like a
Okay.
little sentence why.
Okay. Cold plunges are not nutrition related, but I know enough
I know
about
you're
them.
in the you're
I'm
in the
in
fitness
that
world
space,
too.
so I
Yeah.
like what people are talking about when it comes to this stuff. I know cold plunges have benefits when it comes to increasing the heart rate,
Blood circulation.
Yeah, blood circulation, and then it's a vasorestrictor. So the veins and arteries, the blood vessels in the top layer of your dermis are going to constrict themselves because they're being exposed to that cold. So your body just has to focus on keeping your inner core and your inner organs warm. And in the long term, it can increase blood flow better to the extremities and everything. And I think it is great for a workout if you're feeling sore. But it's like the dressing when it comes to your health. It's one of the minors, don't major in the minors. Get everything else.
Intermittent fasting.
Yay. Yeah, because what I said earlier about influencing your metabolism and fasting for eating within an 8-hour window, whatever that looks like, Or maybe you're eating meals and then going a longer time throughout the day before eating again. So that's just breakfast, a big breakfast and a big dinner. I would say that's great for people who want to practice better blood sugar control, those who are dealing with prediabetes or diabetes.
How about like those detox, like 5-day detox drinks? It's like they'll set you up with like a couple days in a row, be like, oh,
Yeah.
drink this at this time and all that. What about those kind of stuff?
Like a detox,
Like juice cleanse, like a juice
Nay,
cleanse. Yeah.
nay,
Why is that? I hear that often. Like,
no. Well, juice is just, it's sugar, vitamin, water. You know, it removed the fiber from it. That's really the reason why we like fruits and vegetables. Like those carbs are great. The sugar is great. The vitamins are great. But once you strip it from its natural form and you're taking it out of the packaging, you're just causing blood sugar spikes. You're just taking down that sugar water and your blood's going like, whoop, whoop, whoop. And you're starving yourself of fats, proteins, complex carbohydrates. You're not getting the nutrients you need. So I don't like to promote starving yourself. No, that's unnecessary.
diet soda / zero sugar sodas. That's a big thing with a lot of people.
You gotta be careful with
what's
this
happening?
answer.
What's happening here?
You're gonna ruin it for everybody.
I think I'm around some diet soda drinkers. I'm in enemy territory.
A lot of people are like, it's
No. I'm in the middle. It's not
Interesting.
hurting us. We have bigger fish to fry.
You don't
in
think
the
like all
United
like the
States.
people are like, oh, there's chemicals, like the chemical ingredients in there is bad. Like
I'm not
you-
one of those people.
For
No.
like the Coke Zero, I heard more negative more than the Diet Coke.
I heard more negative for Diet Coke because of aspartame.
No,
Aspartame.
but you need to drink like 600 and something thousand
Yeah.
of those to die or something like that.
Really?
Yeah.
To die. Yeah, he's right. They did like a study on mice, I believe, and they gave them the absolute maximum dose you can possibly handle on aspartame.
Poor mice.
And they got like all these issues. I want to pull it up. I'm not sure what happened, but yeah, they dealt with all these issues. And it's like, one, we're not mice. So when I look at studies that are done on animals, I'm
Yeah.
always weary of that.
Same.
I like to look at cohort studies that are done on humans, peer-reviewed research articles. And then two, they gave them the absolute maximum dose. And we have to look at what's the proportion of a mouse having the maximum dose of aspartame to a human.
Yeah.
And then not only that proportion of different body weights, what does that dose look like in a single can of Diet Coke or Diet Dr. Pepper or Pepsi Zero, whatever you're drinking? You know, it's not as harmful as we think. So if that's your one vice, that's fine.
It's not a bad vice, right?
It's
Yeah.
not. We're not seeing too many issues arise from that.
I'm gonna give you one more.
Okay.
I know you said supplementing is good because they're supplements, but heavy
Depends what it
supplementers, as in people who are like, let me take fish oil, let me take vitamin D, all these things instead of, or that's their main source for it. That's what I mean by this.
Okay. I'm like, is he calling me out? I just took my fish oil and
No,
vitamin
same.
D before I got here.
Yeah. I
Those
was
are good
tech too.
options.
Yeah.
No, so I like to say just test to see what you are deficient in at first. So darker skinned individuals like myself and those who live in farther from the equator, like all of us here, we might be more at risk to being vitamin D deficient because we're farther from where the sun is. But we don't want to make that our our main bulk of where we're getting that nutrient from. Of course, the supplements are going to have more of that vitamin or mineral than food. They're concentrated. That's what they're made for. But you still want to at least try, having some mushrooms, having some salmon. That's going to be really good for vitamin D. Milk that has vitamin D, tofu. And then when it comes to fish oil, salmon again, tuna, sardines, just make sure we're actually eating real whole foods. I also want to put out there, I would say the most essential supplements that should be on everybody's list would be vitamin D and magnesium. Magnesium is one that a lot of people are deficient in, especially in America, because our soil is just like really it's just been abused over decades, over centuries. We don't practice good agricultural hygiene, which means a lot of the minerals are very deficient in the foods that we eat from our farms. So I would say magnesium and vitamin D, and I actually wrote about magnesium on my page. So go check out that blog.
We'll link in the bio.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you guys
Absolutely.
do you guys supplement? You take a lot of supplements or no? Like vitamins and stuff?
Yeah, what do you guys take? Let's go over
I do
your
not.
stack. Nothing? Not even a multivitamin?
But I'm gonna start taking like those like some type of gummies soon.
The Flintstones.
Don't take the gummies.
I'm not anymore.
The Flintstones.
I would say if you're gonna graduate to being a supplement taker, you kind of just gotta take the pill, you know, because the gummies are not as potent, and they get away with not having everything that they say that's actually in
'Cause
there.
when you
the gummies
bake-
are sketch.
Because when you
Yeah.
bake it, most of like whatever the ingredients are coming out because of the heat and all that stuff.
Yeah,
right?
is that what's happening? I
Yeah,
didn't read about this.
I heard about it for like
That's like the same idea as like when you cook like eggs and stuff. Like if you cook it too long, you burn the protein out of it.
like all the nutrition
Yeah.
and stuff like that. But I heard that more for microwaves.
I don't know, but
I mean, you could be correct though.
yeah.
I assure you, if you're overcooking an egg, you're still going to get the 6 grams of protein. What it does, proteins coagulate when it's met with heat. So that just means they go from looser strands in that liquid form to just becoming a little bit more solid.
Okay.
Nutrients that are destroyed by heat are vitamins that are sensitive to that. So vitamin C is incredibly potent to heat damage. We lose vitamin C. So if you're cooking bell peppers on the stove, you're losing a lot of that vitamin C. It's still retaining some of it, so it's not completely useless. But that's just one example.
I kind of want to.
Protein's fine. Protein's
Yeah. I kind of want to tell you my my supplement stack.
Yeah, I
and
wanna
give me
hear.
a rating.
Let's go.
I take vitamin D, fish oil,
Good.
zinc, and I take a multivitamin.
Be careful with that zinc.
The zinc,
I occasionally take zinc. What's your dosage?
it's just one pill, one serving size. I think it's like 25,
25.
25, 20.
Not too bad. I assure you that multivitamin probably has zinc in it already as well.
The reason I'm kind of weaning off the multivitamin though, because I heard it doesn't really have like a good amount of dosage of each vitamin. I heard or something like that. But you tell me.
Well, I would have to see it. Read the back. They're usually like
We'll show you after the podcast.
Yeah.
I got it sitting right over here. But
yeah, I'd love to look over those because usually those dosages are really, really high. Like
Yeah.
some of them are like 200%, 300, 500% of your daily needs. And then some of them are a little lower and they're like 90. But I trust those more because you're not going to be overdosing yourself and you can still get a lot of those nutrients that you need from food throughout your daily diet by accident. Even if you're not really trying. Like if you have like a 90% vitamin A or it's like 60% selenium, you're still going to get that from the food that you're eating because it's covering most of your bases for you. But just make sure to look on the ingredients list and look at that DV percentage.
I also do take before my workouts beetroot powder.
Beetroot powder.
That just helps with circulate. You get see
Blood
like a
flow.
pump. Yeah, it just helps you get like a pump in your
I
workout.
never heard that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I heard
that's
it's
what's
good for
in.
blood
That's
flow.
what. So I used to have a supplement
juice.
company.
Really?
Pre-workouts. That's what we would put in it. Beetroot.
Oh,
that's why you get hella
really?
pumps off that stuff.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I might have to
I'm gonna
look
need
into
more of
beetroot
those.
powder more.
yeah. Try that. Before
Blog
the
coming out soon on beetroot powder.
I'm gonna read it and be like, it's useless. I'm like, oh.
Well, we got to look at,
Yeah,
at
no.
PubMed.
Yeah.
Let's yeah.
But I kind of want to, before we end off, I want to get a little bit more into like the business side of things, right? So I saw
For
you
sure.
have an MBA. How has having that influenced your approach to wellness?
Having the MBA is really funny because I started this before
Yeah.
I
That's why I saw that. I
Before I
was like,
started.
dang, he's accredited as hell.
Thank you. I started writing the blog before I started the MBA program, and then I was transitioning into actually starting the MBA as I'm working on building up the business a little bit more and making it for profit. And it's funny because I would be sitting in class and my professor, he's like, you got to pay attention, what is it? What's the word? Participation. He gave participation points. And sometimes I just forget to talk. And he literally called me out in front of the class. And he's like, I want to make sure, I know you're all adults, but we need to make sure we're not on our laptops the whole time and participating in class. I slowly lowered mine. I was just...
You're like, me?
Wait, me?
You got behind me.
Just
You
looked
just looked behind him.
You're the only person with the laptop out?
No, yeah. At the moment, I was literally speaking with a customer whose delivery got messed up. Like it didn't get to her home. And the USPS, they lost it. and we still haven't recovered it, but she was, you know, trying to get a refund, and which is great. Always advocate for a refund, especially with small businesses. We're very flexible. So instead, what I did, I just offered her another order free. So I was just trying to work with a customer, and we're learning about that in class, obviously. So I don't know. It's kind of crazy because I'm doing
You're doing what they're teaching.
what they're teaching me at the moment when it comes to marketing or customer service or e-commerce or finance. Even I'm like looking at my financials right now. Sorry, I know you're teaching me about assets and debts and
No, I went to Elmhurst. I don't know if you know. That's not too far from Dominican. I believe.
I've heard of it. I think so. Yeah.
But the one thing that I always thought in my tenure there is like they're teaching you to be the best employee and best employee possible.
Same with the MBA.
They're not teaching you to be the best entrepreneur or be the best business owner or anything like that.
Is Elmhurst a high school or
no? That's college. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Same with college. Like all the business courses. Yeah. I distinctly remember like a professor being like, "Oh, you need to do it this way so you can impress like whoever is you're interviewing and all that."
They want to make you hireable.
Exactly. They're not. But if you don't want to do that and you want to own your own business,
yeah.
Which is a lot of people who are in those classes because in the business field of like college, all the classes are kind of blend together, right? Like a lot of people are taking the similar courses. And that.
You see a lot of the same
exactly.
people.
So there's people who are in entrepreneur classes who want to be entrepreneurs, and they're also learning like, hey, how to be hireable, how to be the best employee possible. They're not learning to be how to be a leader. They're not learning how to, like a lot of things that we do in the business field, like like dealing with the customers and all that. You don't really learn a lot of that in college.
No, you don't. You don't learn how to. Okay. There was one very entrepreneurial focused class, but I was the only one in the class who actually had a business. So it was come up with your own product and build a website. And you're in e-commerce. This is a for-profit, thing. So come up with this and then present about it.
You're just
and
like,
it's just like,
I got it already.
Hey, I've got one already. Can I just use mine? No. He wanted us to make a new one through Wix. God, I hate using Wix. Yeah. It's archaic. So we had to use Wix. And I told my group, I said, hey, I've got the whole website portion. I've got the whole back end of it. I already have a website if you guys want to look at it. Those are my credentials. And let me just take care of the website. And then we'll come together, reconvene, and then do the PowerPoint and everything together. So, but they do teach you in that class how to be an entrepreneur and how to pitch a business, like a Shark Tank kind of thing. But yeah, I would say that's just 1% of the curriculum, which was kind of disappointing.
Yeah, right.
But it was a good program overall. I did love my time there at Dominican University during the MBA and the undergrad program. I did both there.
So now that you've done stuff in the business world and the health world, what's harder, building health or building a business?
Oh, do you mean building personal health? Like
your personal health, yeah, just like your body and just like living like a good lifestyle, eating healthy, taking care of your mind, physical health, everything.
I try to balance both. I would say for the average person who just wants to, or not the average person, anybody who gets an MBA is I would say they're above average. They're going into grad school, they're going to do their thing. I would say taking care of your personal health is where we want to start. We want to major in the majors. So just having adequate carbs, fats, protein, and fiber, good hydration, making sure your plate is colorful, fruits, veggies. And then I recommend weightlifting 2 to 3 times a week. I like to do 4 to 5 times a week. And then cardio twice a week, whatever that looks like, walking, Stairmaster, or whatever. Building a business is not easy by far. It's definitely not easier than building your personal health as someone who's not like Usain Bolt or Floyd Mayweather. It's harder for them to do what they do. Uh-oh. Or Manny Pacquiao.
There we go. Now we're talking.
You got it. Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
But for me, building a business was really fun. It was really fulfilling. Working on that didn't feel like homework. It wasn't like, ugh, I have to go work and do this. After I'd get home from my actual 9 to 5, I'd open the laptop and I'd just work for hours. I'd stay up late.
Because you're passionate about it.
Yeah, because I'm passionate about it. I'm passionate about the creative side. So making the logo and designing these colorful labels here, as you see, and coming up with what the packaging is going to look like and the measurements, that's fulfilling to me. And designing the website, I just love the creative aspect of it. And then looking at the financials of things too. I love, making sure I'm within my profit margins, making sure I'm maintaining my cost of goods, and making sure that's meeting my marks and meeting my personal goals. And yeah, I like looking back and seeing what I've accomplished the 30 days before, and how I can make the next 30 days more efficient and more effective.
Yeah, well, we're getting to the end of the episode now, but I do want to give a try, give those a little taste test of those. So let's do that. Yeah. Which one do you guys want?
Pass them out. So the pink is the Core Balance Zero. That is gut healthy, soothing herbs.
Which one should I try?
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay, you can try the fiber. That's
Which one's the fiber?
this one, the Core
So
Balance fiber.
each drink has like a different purpose.
Yeah, I would say, okay, so the Core Balance Zero started out as being just soothing, easy on the gut, anti-inflammatory,
Ooh, I want that.
antioxidant heavy. Core Balance Fiber Plus, I put the plus because I'm adding the fiber back. A lot of processing in our standard American diet removes the fiber. So that plus, we're just adding the fiber back. So it's basically this
I like
plus
the label.
fiber. Thank you.
Yeah, this design's nice.
Feels very clean. Like it feels like you're drinking something clean. You know what I mean?
I appreciate
Yeah.
that. All right, let's do it. Shake well, sip well, be well.
Cheers, guys.
Is that like an actual like?
That's my slogan.
Nice.
Like, eat well, move well, be well.
That's actually beautiful.
Not bad. That's pretty good. Because when you think of like healthy drinks, you're like, oh shit,
Dude,
it's
this
gonna taste bad. It's actually
You're
good.
a little nervous, like what's going on?
Is there mint in here?
Yeah, there's peppermint.
Oh yeah, I like that.
There's
Yeah.
a lot of flavors going on the palate right now.
Dude.
It's not bad. Yeah.
Say it into the mic. What do we think? Well, that's
No,
good.
that's
I'm
very
always
good.
a little caught off guard by how good it is too sometimes.
I know we kind of kept this sitting out for a little bit, but we put some ice on this.
Oh yeah,
That's been delicious. Yeah.
it's best.
I mean, it's,
chilled.
all right. I mean,
still good, though, yeah.
It's still pretty good. The peppermint actually threw me off. I'm not gonna lie. This has peppermint, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. This threw me off because I didn't even think peppermint was.
Goddamn.
something you can,
Threw you off in a good way or
yeah,
a bad
like,
way?
in a good way. In a good way,
Okay,
because I
awesome.
just didn't know you can drink peppermint.
Oh yeah, peppermint tea is awesome. It's super
You know what
high
I like?
antioxidants.
I like that you could taste the ginger a little bit, but it's not so overpowering.
Yeah,
That little
for
ginger
sure.
kick.
You know
It's
what I
like
mean?
just the right amount.
Yeah, like some products like you drink it like, oh shit, it's
Yeah.
like a hella ginger in it, but no, it's like a perfect balance actually.
Like you
Like
can
the
taste
wellness
every
shots.
type of flavor or ingredient you have.
It's
in
funny,
there.
like all the ingredients are here on the side, and you literally taste like every single ingredient. Like, there's the peppermint, there's the ginger.
I love it. I love when
That's
people
great.
try it and they'll be like, "Oh, is that oregano? Is it? Oh, oregano's right here.
interesting.
Supports
so-
digestive support and contains antioxidants."
So monk fruit, that's like the healthiest sweetener you can get on the market. You think?
I think a lot of them have their own different benefits, but I like monk
What's the benefit
fruit.
of it? Yeah.
Monk fruit extract is actually not artificial. It's not man-made.
Yeah.
So it's extracted from the actual plant, and then it's pulverized. It's ground up into this brown powder. Well, before it's a powder, it's dried. So it's pulverized, then dried, and then refined down to a powder. And it's really good. It's really flavorful. It's over 100 times sweeter than sucrose, which is table sugar.
Yeah.
So it's a lot sweeter. You don't have to use as much to sweeten things, and has a really clean, just natural type of flavor.
No, we're very honest people. Like, actually, that's very good.
Thank
like,
you.
I would tell you if I didn't like it. No,
Yeah,
that's
because
super
mostly,
good, yeah.
mostly like Gabe was saying earlier, most drinks have like that one like specific ingredient that's overpowering. The
Yeah.
rest of them.
Like healthy drinks you're talking about.
Do you
right?
taste the lemon? There's that little citrusy moment
Yeah.
there too.
I taste the tea, like the tea taste. I like that. I'm a big fan of teas. So,
Really?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
well,
me as well. Yeah.
yeah.
Actually, all three of us, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, but you like your teas.
Check
right?
out my link. I'm
No, we'll
offering
put
a-
everything in the description and we'll link everything for you for
Oh,
sure.
for
yeah.
sure. I'm
Yeah,
offering
if
a
you want to
promo
give
code.
that a shout out as well.
No,
Yeah.
we're big on like if we actually like your brand, we'll promote it. And for like I like the ingredient list too. It's like a couple things. It's not like the ingredient list for other stuff where it's like half the page. you
Oh
know?
yeah,
There's
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
lavender in this too.
Oh yeah.
Yes, there's lavender. You can find the full breakdown under the nutrition facts. And then, got the QR code and everything. So, I
Awesome.
designed this myself. It's handcrafted, hence the name Craft Iced Tea by Plateau Botanicals. And then here we've got supports the digestive balance and contains antioxidants for overall wellness. So everything is just sustainable. It's handcrafted.
We just keep
and-
drinking.
it's going to be gone by the time.
This is gone.
That's awesome. That's a new record. Have you guys ever had somebody on here and you've tasted their thing or whatever? And you're like, this sucks. This is
No, we work
crap.
most with business people so far and people with more services.
Okay,
You're actually
gotcha.
like one of our first guests with actual like.
I'm your
products.
first
Yeah.
consumer packaged
Yeah.
goods brand.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
I'm trying to work more on distribution, so hopefully this is going to be really good promotion.
No, for sure. We'll try to blast as much as we can.
Yeah, follow me at Plateau's Guide on Instagram, and
Yeah. Thanks for tuning into another episode of the Lowkey Legends podcast. Do you have anything to add, guys?
Nothing.
No.
No.
Not at
We're
all.
good. Thanks again, Jaden, for coming on our podcast. And I know it was a long. He drove 2 hours to get here, so I appreciate you
Yeah,
doing
we
that.
appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
thank you guys. Thanks for
and,
having me.
Yeah,
you.
thanks for the samples. It's actually a really amazing drink, super healthy. And yeah, we're gonna link everything in below. So
Awesome.
Yeah.
My first podcast in the books.
How was it? Good?
It was good. It was
All right,
great.
awesome.
This was fun.
All right. Have a good day, whatever. Good night, wherever you're at in the world. And we'll see you next time.
Bye bye.
What?